Hey guys, it's Chris with Finding Wonderland. First off, I want to apologize for the horrible lighting. My son's taking a nap, so I'm trying to be really quiet and keep the house dark. But I wanted to film because I've missed a few weeks. Been fighting with my internet, and I finally got it back on track. So I'm filming because I can, and I can actually post. So today is my 9-week. Sorry, I'm moving the camera around so much. Today is my 9-week post-op video. I had my surgery on September 6th with Dr. Davis at Baylor Surgical Weight Loss Center in Dallas. My starting weight was 330 pounds. My current weight, or I think my weight last week, or the last time I filmed, I was in the 280s. I weighed in today at 273. So I'm really excited because I've lost over 50 pounds, which is a big deal for me. And I'm doing pretty good, back to eating pretty much whatever I want. I just have to be careful about what I choose to eat and how much of it I choose to eat. I'm going to move you guys this way. I don't know if that really helps. I think that's worse. So today, for my video, I wanted to do a quick topic, things they don't tell you about weight loss surgery, and some things they do, but if you're just like me and you don't listen to everything they tell you, it may come as a surprise or may not. It may just be different than you expected. So I've got a list here. I'm going to be looking down a lot. I apologize for that, but I really wanted to make this video on this topic. So these aren't in any particular order. But the first one is your hair is going to thin. Deal with it. The more protein you take in, the better. It'll help with that a little bit. But because your body is basically starving or taking in less calories than it's used to, your hair is going to thin a little bit. I don't think you can see it on the video, but my hair is thinning up top on the front. Like whenever I have it swept over to the side, you can pretty much see my scalp, which has never been like that before. I have very thick curly hair, but it's just something I'm dealing with. I'm shedding like crazy. I find hair everywhere, but I'm not going to cut it because I'm trying to grow it out right now. But yeah, it's just a part of it, and it'll get better as time goes on. So if your hair starts to thin, don't freak out about it. I'm sorry I look such a mess. I just got back from my run. So number 2, you will be exhausted. That's another thing you're going to have to deal with, especially the first couple of weeks after surgery. Your body's taking in way less than it's used to, so you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel exhausted the first couple of weeks while your body adjusts to your new life. So yeah, it can be difficult and tiring, but it's just a part of your journey. So basically just suck it up, buttercup. I mean, that sounds harsh, but it's just a part of it, and you'll get through it, and it gets better as time goes on, like a lot of these things do. Number 3, motivation can be hard to come by, so set small goals. I have a goal weight that I want to get to, which I don't know if I've ever mentioned before, but my goal weight is to hit 150. But I set small milestone goals for myself. You might have heard me say in the past, I'm hitting a milestone. I set small goals for myself because it helps motivate me, keep me motivated. My first goal was to get under 300 pounds, which I hit pretty quickly. And then my next goal was to lose a total of 50 pounds, which I've hit that goal. My next goal coming up is going to be, after that was 275. I wanted to get under 275, which I've done. I'm at 273. So my next goal now is to hit 250. And I've gone down 2 pant sizes, so that was another goal of mine. Just keep little goals. It helps a lot. This next one, your breath may stink for the first few weeks. It's called ketosis, and it's a natural part of rapid weight loss. stock up on toothpaste, breath mints, gum, whatever you need, your breath's probably going to be rank for the first couple of weeks. It happens to everybody. Everyone's different. Everyone's story is different. Whenever I'm referring to you in this, I don't mean anyone specifically. It's just it's what happened to me. So, yeah, everyone's journey is different though. Number 5, protein shakes are your new best friend, so get used to them. This is so true. Protein shakes are my go-to for breakfast. They're my go-to for if I'm in the middle of the day and I've had a little bit of something for lunch, but I'm getting hungry in the afternoon and it's not time for dinner yet. I'll grab a protein shake, and it helps a lot to kind of curb the hunger and curb the cravings. And of course, it's a good way to get in your protein. And there's a lot of really good protein shakes out there. I prefer the Premier Protein, the pre-made shakes, because they're easy to take with me. I always keep one in my bag when I go to work. They're easy to just grab it and go, and they taste really good. So, number 6, get used to tuna. Really, get used to tuna. Again, just like the protein shakes, tuna has a lot of protein in it. And whenever you're in your semi-solid stage of your post-op diet, tuna is pretty much going to be one of the only substantial things you'll be able to eat. I hated tuna before this. Now I found like all these different flavors and all these different ways to make it, so I don't hate it as much anymore. I am sick of it, but I still eat it whenever I'm not feeling great or if I'm starting to feel nauseated because I've eaten too much, etc., etc. Tuna is a good small meal that you can have. Number 7, sugar makes you sick most of the time. For me, I can eat like a piece of candy if I'm really, really, really craving it or really want it. I believe that you shouldn't deprive yourself because then the cravings get worse, but be very careful about what you do eat and eat it in moderation. So a little sugar every now and then is not really going to hurt you. It just may make you feel a little nauseated, especially the first time you have it after surgery. So be careful about that. The other thing is that sugar craves sugar. So the more sugar you eat, the more sugar you're going to want. So it's seriously in small doses. Like Halloween just went by, and I've probably had like 3 pieces of candy since Halloween. So, and that's total overall. So, number 8, you may, and this was me, this isn't everybody. You may suffer from insomnia for the first few weeks after surgery. I have an issue with sleep anyways, but the first couple of days specifically after surgery, after I got home, I could not sleep for the world. I would lay in bed for hours and wouldn't be able to fall asleep. I don't know if that's a common side effect or not. I've Googled it. I've looked it up. A lot of people say that happens. I don't know why. There's not really an explanation, but I had trouble with it. So just be aware of that. Number 9, and this is a big one. Stalls will happen. Don't freak out. Here's the thing. If you've watched my previous videos, you know, like, week 2 or week 3, I stalled. I wasn't losing anything for almost 2 weeks. Don't freak out. It happens to everybody. It's not a big deal. Your weight loss will pick back up and keep going. Don't let it discourage you. Don't let it freak you out. You're going to get back on track quickly. And if you don't, then you can talk to your surgeon about it. But my surgeon and the nurse told me not to even really worry about it. It's typical 2 to 3 weeks into surgery to stall for a little while just because your body's kind of going, whoa, what's going on here? So, number 10, when they say liquid or a soft food diet, they mean it. This is super important. Do not, I repeat, do not try and cheat on your diet. The first few weeks pre-op, they're trying to shrink your liver. So they put you on a liquid diet, a sugar-free diet to help shrink your liver. That's really important for surgery. So follow it to a T as much as you possibly can. And then post-op, you're on a liquid diet for a little while, and then you move up to solid foods slowly. So you'll be on liquids and then like a semi-pureed, semi-solid diet, soft foods, and then you move up to your solids slowly. What I mean when I say they mean it, don't try and get your solids in faster than you're supposed to. It can cause a lot of issues. It can cause a leak. It can cause horrible abdominal pain, horrible nausea. You just don't want to go there. You'll get back to eating regular food. I promise it's going to fly by. Feels slow right now, but it'll go by. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. Just don't do it. Number 11, you have more energy afterwards. This is not true for the first couple of weeks because your body's adjusting, but I feel like I have a ton more energy since I've started losing weight and exercising and eating better, making better choices about what I eat, what I put into my body. You're going to have a lot more energy. You're going to feel a lot better. And as the weight starts coming off, you're not carrying as much around, so you're going to feel like you have a lot more energy. This is a very good thing for me because it's helped me to get motivated to exercise more. So, number 12, extra skin. I has it, and so will you, and it's not a big deal. There are several schools of thought on this, and I've been asked before if I would ever consider skin removal surgery later on down the line after I've lost all my weight. The answer to that is I don't know. I would like to say no, but I'm not going to know for sure until I'm in that situation. But right now, like, my flabby arms and my extra skin on my stomach, it doesn't bother me because I consider them my battle scars right now. That's a part of me. It's part of who I was. It's part of who I am now, and it just doesn't bug me as much as it bugs other people. I've been fat for my whole life, so it's not really a big change or a big difference for me to have it there. It's there, it's hanging. I'm not going to let that get in the way of my motivation to keep losing weight. Before the surgery, I was really worried about it, and I kind of reminded myself, you're doing this for your health. You're doing this to feel better. What does it matter if you have some extra skin or some loose skin? Vanity is not a big thing for me, basically because I've been picked on a lot in my life, so I'm used to not being vain. I'm used to just accepting myself for the way I am. So extra skin doesn't really bug me right now. It may later on down the line. I could change my mind and I could be like, what the heck are these wings doing over here? I want to get them off. That could very likely change. But right now it doesn't bug me. But some tips for that are just hydrate, drink a lot of water. It helps, from what I've heard. I don't know, but yeah, don't let that stop you. Don't let the fear of having extra skin stop you from doing what you have to do to get better and to enhance your life. Number 13, you're going to need less to eat than you think. Serving sizes are important. I always, because I've been so used to piling my plate really high, I freaked out whenever I figured out I only need this much food now versus this much food. You'll need less than you think. Even with soups and in your puree phase, you may make yourself, a big cup of soup, but you may only be able to eat a little bit of it. That's common. Just try and adjust your portion sizes. Serve yourself less than you think you need, and it'll probably be plenty. Number 14, and this is a big one. People will have opinions. Do not let that bother you. Do this for you. Do this because you want to make your life better, healthier, whatever your motivation is. People are going to have opinions. People are assholes. People are going to sit here and tell you, oh, well, you're taking the easy way out, or, you shouldn't do the surgery because it's dangerous, or this, that, or the other. If you've done your research and you feel comfortable with it and you want to make this decision, screw what they say. Who cares what they say? Who cares what they think? This is for you. And that's really, really important to me, to get the point across to you guys is I get frustrated about this topic because so many people have all these opinions, but until you've lived it, until you've walked in my shoes and lived my life, you don't know what it feels like to live in my skin. You don't know what it feels like to feel horrible all the time. I'm doing this to feel better. I'm doing this so that my son has a good example of what a parent should be. I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to get healthy so that I can be here for him. And I really don't give a crap about what your opinion is about it. I had some friends who were against me getting the surgery 100%, but I basically told them, look, if you love me and you care about me, and you think, even if you think this is a mistake, it's my mistake to make. I'm gonna do it, whether you like it or not. So yeah, don't let it bug you. Do it for you. Follow your motivation and just, do your research for sure, but do this for you. Don't let other people's opinions stop you or get in your way. Number 15, you may get a little bit depressed post-surgery. It's common for people to kind of feel depressed and think, what did I do to myself? Can I really do this? It's common. It happens a lot, more often than you think. But you'll get through it just like you get through everything else that goes on post-op. I'm always here if you need to talk, and you've always got people around you, family, friends, whoever, to support you. Use that support system because you're going to need it for a little while. Number 16, you're still going to need that gym membership. What I mean by this is your surgery is not a magic button. You're going to need to exercise and change your eating habits. If you get the surgery and you don't do anything, you may lose some weight, but you're going to eventually regain all of it back if you don't change your lifestyle. That's what the main thing that I wanted to get across with that. If you don't like gyms, do exercises at home. Go walking, walk your dog, walk your kid. Do body weight exercises at home, like push-ups, jumping jacks, squats, things like that. I do my exercise at home right now just because I haven't set up with my personal trainer yet, but yeah, make sure you're still doing your exercise. Your surgery is not a magic button. It's not a magic fix. You're going to have to change your lifestyle. Number 17, you'll have to say goodbye to soda, which is very sad. I was a Diet Dr. Pepper addict before my surgery. I haven't had one since. I had a sip of my husband's soda the other day, and just one sip, I was like, nope, not doing it. It made me so nauseated, and the air in it and the carbonation really messes with your stomach. So, number 18, the risks of surgery are low compared with doing nothing at all. So there are some risks that come with any type of surgery, but if you're at an unhealthy weight, if you're obese and you don't do anything about it, you've heard the spiel before, that's gonna lead to a lot more health issues, and I feel like those issues are worse than any side effect that you can have from the surgery. But that's just my personal opinion on it. And again, you make sure you do your research and you're ready for it and you're healthy enough for it. But yeah, don't not get the surgery just because you feel like it's scary or something like that. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. The risks of surgery are low compared to not doing anything at all. That's the basics of it. Number 19, dumping syndrome. It's a thing. You're gonna poop more. It's gonna happen. The opposite can also happen where things get a little backed up. I'm sorry if I'm not being politically correct right now, but as I've said before, I'm very blunt. I'm very in your face. I don't sugarcoat things. If you eat too much or you eat too fast, it's gonna come out one way or another. So just be careful about that. And get used to the fact that you're gonna be visiting the bathroom more often, or if you do get blocked, you're gonna have to take whatever medications you have to take to get things moving again. And so you might be visiting the bathroom more often. Number 20, vitamins. Lots of them. I'm lucky because my surgery center offered a medication program. My vitamins get delivered to me every month. I take a B12 nasal spray, which is awesome. It's one less pill I have to take. I take iron every day. I take calcium every day. I take a multivitamin every day. Um, and mine, because they're chewables, it's 2 calcium tablets in the morning, 3 iron tablets at lunchtime, and then in the evenings, whenever I take the rest of my medications, I take 2 more calcium tablets and 2 multivitamins. You're going to need the vitamins. You need the vitamins. You need them. They're not optional. Um, so get used to vitamins. Get used to getting on that regimen because you're